So what exactly is a game engine? Coming up. Hey guys, I'm Travis Vroman, and I upload daily videos offering tips, tricks, and industry advice for game developers. So if this sounds like something that would help you, consider subscribing. So I got this question the other day about what exactly is a game engine, because for somebody who has been in the industry for a while or has done a little bit of research on this, we all know what a game engine is, right? But for somebody who has not had any exposure to game development or the things that power games under the hood, or for somebody that's just starting to look into it, they might not know what that means. The term game engine doesn't completely give you the entire idea. Game engine sort of gives you the idea that it's what powers the game, and that's the most basic definition for it, but it's a little bit more than that. So a game engine is a set of tools that allows a game designer or a game design team to quickly prototype and put together a game without having to build everything from scratch. For those of you out there who have not had any exposure to this, instead of having to code everything from the ground up in order to make a game, which is what would be required without a game engine sort of abstracts away all the really complicated things under the hood that have to happen in order to make a game. Think of it this way. An operating system like Windows or Mac OS or Linux does something very similar for you. It provides a abstraction layer that takes away all the complexities of the things that happen inside the computer under the hood. So it allows you to, through a graphics interface, type on your keyboard to create Word documents, or it allows you to use the mouse to click different things on the screen. All those things under the hood require a series of complex instruction sets that have to be developed by someone in order to make the computer understand what you want it to do. Because ultimately, a computer just understands basically a Boolean or a true false, 1, 0. You guys have all probably heard the term binary, zeros or ones. That's essentially a true or false, and that's the only thing that computers understand. So a game engine typically sits on top of an operating system and simplifies the process of developing a game so that you don't have to do all that stuff to create a game. You don't have to worry about how you read your texture files, which are what puts a surface onto a 3D object in the game engine. You don't have to worry about how you're going to display text on a screen. You don't have to worry about all the complicated mathematics in having an animated character on the screen who, maybe is making a fist or something like this. I mean, something like this in 3D space is hard to actually accomplish if you don't have something handling all that for you, because you've got your rotation, you've got your position, you've got your scale, and all those things have to be handled in a very complex environment. To bring all this together, a game engine at its simplest level is the series of tools that make this job easier for people who want to make games. And game engines are typically developed by teams of people. It's not usually one guy that sits there and codes a game engine. Now, that's not to say that that hasn't happened, and that has happened very, very many times. I've written engines on my own, but it's not going to be an engine that has the capabilities of, say, Unity or Unreal. Those engines are built by teams of people over years, sometimes decades worth of work are represented there. All that work goes into place to allow teams of people to then come in and build things on top of that. So I hope that all makes sense. I hope it helps. And please leave me some feedback in the comments below if you need further clarification on game engine. So I am going to have a video at some point going over some of the differences between some of the game engines that are out there, both the more popular ones as well as the not so popular ones. And I'll even compare and contrast those to some things that I've written myself, as well as ones that I know that other independent developers have written on their own. So for more updates on that, stay tuned. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you haven't already, consider subscribing, and I will see you guys tomorrow.